We on the bottom.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Quick handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Benedict. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And now on second down for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it downfield. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's Benedict. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Fires to the wideout. Holds it in. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Throws for the tight end. He makes a grab. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the ball.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Well, the offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. They'll run this play from the pistol. They want to run it left here. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed over the middle. It's Benedict. Tackled immediately after the catch.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that 1st down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Finds a man on the left. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Going to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it. And it's in for a touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The back goes in motion. Wants to pass it. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. They got it. It's blocked. He's got the ball, and it's alive. He's loose down the left side. Past the 20. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Touchdown. Number 14 with the return.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to go deep. Snags it inside the 20. Bounces and squirms his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense set on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle. It's Karapateas. At midfield, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Not the type of accuracy you typically see from this senior quarterback. They'll line up for a second down play. Trying play action. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great returns to improve this field position.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays, and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up in great field position.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. And it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Just refused to take it out of reverse. Got caught for the safety, and he might spend some time on the bench after that one. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll go to the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking left. Got his man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and
deep shot for the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's going to pass. Coming after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things, because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Trying to get behind the defense. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages. Because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Unloads to the right. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout by the offense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half.
Set to kick this one away.
Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, looking for a man. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Off he goes. Running inside the 20. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown.
Touchdown. Number 22. With the grab and the score.
Up by 1. They're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. From the gun. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense working from the pistol. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Got it behind the line. It's Benedict. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
They keep attacking through the air. Got his man to the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's an easy pitch and catch for the offense.
With the carry, it's the running. He's tackled at the 38-yard line.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The sure hands, it's Benedict. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Now on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this quarterback has tried to do some damage in this game with his speed. He just hasn't been able to. Just nowhere for him to go so far, and you saw it on that last play there.
It is perfect. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And now this offense will take the field again. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going up top. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Completion. It's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
And the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
First down here for the offense. Hands it off. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the toss. Still running at the 40. Off to the races to the right. No one's going to get him. Touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. BSU has been counterpunching, but I think this crowd senses they need to make something happen here quickly. They're up by 7 over Boise State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They feed him again. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
At the 40, there he goes. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
First down to start the drive after the break. They go to the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Loses 3. Second down coming up.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Pressure coming. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Complete to the left. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. New set of downs after that completion. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Running back with the carry. Brought down at the 15-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They come to the line 3 yards away from the first down marker. They've converted twice on this drive. They go to the ground. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Tackle is made at the 14-yard line.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Field goal is good. And now the lead's extended a little further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the big fella. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Gain of 10.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Brings up second down.
Now on second down. Now the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lowers those pads. And they're in for a touchdown. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
But when you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense in an empty set. To the air on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he'll make the catch at the 15. Snares it with those big hands and strolls into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Now really back in the game here. Leads down to 12 as they're about to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Yeah, and he's been dependable. He's been a guy that they've given the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one, and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll give it to the back. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, on a 2nd and forever situation, they hand it off, and they're able to get a big portion of yardage back now to at least give themselves an opportunity to convert this 3rd down.
Running behind that left side. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down.
And the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything